Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to integrate React and React application into Drupal, and this is Drupal 7 I'm using. The first thing I would like to show you what I have done in the field. In this is a photo manager, and we created with by a field type, and this means you can create a new content type. For example, I would like to show you an edit content type, and we can manage fields, and we create a new field name with field album, and you can select field album type right here and select formatter. uh, so I have done this, and this create in a React application, and this I create a new folder inside a model, and this React dev folder, and inside it we usually create a React app, and after we have a build file, and you just copy everything in CSS file and JS file into our module, and you can see it in static file. It's just a build of the React app, and we have to manually include it um, into our model in when we're loading a widget. So it should be the same, exactly same file matching and generate ID by create React app. Now I would like to show you how it works, and it actually when you create a new basic page, because I apply this field for page content type, and now you can create a new page, for example page 1, and with some you can create a new album. So for example my first album, and okay, description, and click OK, and we can click to album and slash upload image. For example, I can upload multi-photo, and just OK. And now even you can create a new another album, and OK, awesome album, right? And also same thing, we can select file and upload, and we can sort order the first photo in album. Okay, we can sort this to first one, and now I'm going to save that file. Right, so today I'm going to create a new formatter for album. It just done in the widget, so I done in the widget only. So now we have to create a new this is my project, and I'm going to do, and we have to create a new widget to display all the album, and in the default view node, so we have a list of all album, and we have some three first photo image in each album, and when we click see more, we have a list of all album coming in. We can also need to display photo in a full screen slider. Right. So now this is the next task, and I'm going to show you in this video as well. Okay, so this is how it works. Now I'm going to view structure, and I'm going to copy the JS setting. I would like to introduce to you a bit in a JS file. When we have an edit photo, and now I'm going to enable it. Now you can see when we have edited page. Now refresh, you should have an integral file, right? Yeah. So we have a current two JSON, just one JSON formatter with two album ID. The first and second, and these are two album and integral. We will save it in our database. Now let me show you. Um, Now the database we have a design and two main key table. The first table is the album, and the IP is our company, and the IP photo album. Now you can see the list of album name. It's album name. It should have an ID, and user ID, and title and description. And each photo should have album ID. Should the ID of album it should belong to, and we have same file. Title default is to take a file name and description. And way we can use a way to sort and order the photo in album. And we have a file ID. File ID should belong to a file manager in this folder, and we use this when we upload it, and we store file info in the file manager, and we keep the file ID in a folder, and to when we query and select it and display it in the front end. So the file ID is required, and user ID and created timestamp we store it, and we can know when it's worth uploaded. Okay, so now I'm going to start the React app. Now remember in React depth inside the photo. Now I'm going to change the terminal into React app, so you see that. Now I'm going to run star to start the React application in the development mode. Okay, now it's start, and now I want to show you how we use it for testing. So inside the wizard, when we set up view, we have add new JSON into JS, and Drupal adds JS setting, and Drupal DHP setting is just a list of album, and we have a prefix 3 photo in a, for example. Now I'm going to debug album dsm. Now I refresh the page edit. Now you should see the method of list of or album. Now we have only 2 album, so now you should see a first album ID, and we have a prefix to 3 album, a 3 photo in each album. It can be had a lot, but we only fetch only a 3, and so 3. Now we click on it, we have a reload, and we're getting more album, more photo in the album. So in that JS setting, it comes to Drupal setting file. And now I'm going to scroll down and setting for the DHP, yeah, photo. Let's see, I'm going to refresh it, and I'm looking for a key. It should be DHP photo. Yeah, so it's right here. Now I'm going to copy the widgets, copy from widget. This is the default setting into, and where is it? It's right here. I think it should right here. Okay, so it's done. Preview. And I'm going to copy this into React app. Now you can see in the React it's hard star, and now I'm going to copy that file into React and show you in React depth, and we have a Zayat index Zayat. So I'm going to copy this and rename this. So now this is the default setting for 2 album. Now you can see it will show in 2 album. Now it should show the same thing in our basic page. Now I'm going to click this, and we add more. And now I'm going to upload right here. So you should see it in our, now refresh this. We should have more a small photo applied. Yeah, you should see like that. It had more. Now again, upload set more possible. Now upload new one. So, okay, now refresh the page. It should have a new photo upload. So as request inside our photo, we have an API for setup. We use a Slim framework, and now you can see we apply the middleware inside for Drupal add permission. We verify permission, and you see we a lot of API endpoint. We can allow user create new photo and upload photo. Okay, so this is a wizard, and now I'm going to develop, create a new format. So for example, now we save a zip node, and we have a nothing. We should we have a just only the ID of album. So how we can display this? So my idea is I'm going to create a. So now first thing we need to disable it. Let's looking for a formatter, and we create a new formatter, but we didn't. Where is the formatter? Now let's looking for formatter. Field formatter. Alright, this is cool. Formatter, and we have a HTML tag p, and we can change it to the div tag, and we have a value. So default we have a p tag, but now I'm changing it to the div. It should be have a div tag. Now you can see, yeah, it's div tag, but we need to display the same as the mockup in design. And how we can do that? Now question, how we can display it. Now I'm going to create a new formatter in React application, and now inside component. Remember when we change this in Drupal, it's nothing changed because we are working in the React application. Until we compile this React project and we include it into our Drupal site, it should change. But for now, let's take a tab in the React application. Now I'm going to create a new formatter. I can change the formatter.js, and we have to import React from React and create a new component for default class formatter. Extends React.component, and we have a default render function. It should be return the class name equal formatter. And we say hello world. Okay, so expand 10 React component. And so inside index file, now I'm going to so I think in Drupal site, in our public we have two create, for example, div id equal php photo and formatter, and we can use this id for render a formatter list of photo. And now let's copy the ID. And we go into index file, and now I'm going to make a new global and function for a set inside Drupal, set anywhere in the website. Window dot dhp render photo formatter, the render formatter equals to the function, and we can passing the data into our function, and the data should be, I think the data should like this, data equal course. For example, we have a data like this, should be an array with the photo, array with first, sorry, we have an ID, for example, and title, and boom, once, and we have a prefetch photo, 3 photo equal, it should be 3 photo, so ID once, title, photo 1, and it should like that. And now I'm going to take a look at our photo, and we can see, let's see how we can get a report. Now I'm going to open Postman, and we can see some prefetch photo. For example, in this case, we have the album 115 and 116, and for album 115, and no, so I'm sorry, it should be get 115, and we should have, yeah. So we have this some pre-photo. Now I'm going to copy just 3 photo, 1, 2, and 3 photo. So this is how we have a photo, and 1 photo, and 3 photo, yeah. So this album ID 115, and so we got data, and now in our function we should have applied the data like this, and formatter data, and now we'll copy that. So inside this, I think we have another problem, because we need to render an ID. So it should have an object like this, and the first thing is the element ID. ID should be the name exactly of the ID is a DHP photo formatter. For example, first DHP photo formatter, and we have data equal exactly like this. So no, I think it should be an album. Data, I think it should be album like that, and it should be an array, and so array of album, this is the first album, and we can copy as much for that, but for now let's test it. Now we can look into this ID in our React component, and this is ID when we want to place this render in our React application. Now let's make sure this ID is correct. Okay, so we got it. Now I'm going to make a function same before we done it. Document gets element by ID, and going to copy React.js render, and the formatter data, it can be data. Okay, so now we loop through, use the load that function. We loop each data and by album, and going to render, we can call to a function. Now let's change the widget, because now not going to use a widget, so it should be an album.id, And now we have a new component. We handle it. I have just created it in a couple of minutes. It's a formatter. Uh, formatter. So formatter. Oh, was default class. Sorry, default class formatter. And now we can use a com list control, and it's automatically imports by idea. So it's a cool from WebStorm. Now we have a formatter. Now in open, right. So let's see. Document get. Now if we wait for the compile, everything is changed. Now let's open in our React app. Now we should see hello somewhere. Alright, nothing changed right here, but formatter, dev photo. I'm going to debug this. React render. I guess I'm another. Now console log. Okay. So because we have this, but we didn't call to the window formatter. For now, if we need major tag, we have to call it by window.php render formatter, and the data is come to our formatter data. Okay, now we wait for our application restart, and now we should see hello world. This means our component is working great. So why I make this a global function? Because in our Drupal, let me show you how we can handle it in Drupal. In Drupal, I created a JS file. It's a main JS, and in assets and JS and main.js. Now I have a render widget. By calling function, we check if we see if this function is exists, render widget, and we can call it directly and apply in our setting dip widget. And in the next time, I think I will create a new function by if window dot, and in the function we have a create DHP render formatter, and now DHP render if this function exists, and we can check it if setting dot let's see setting dot DHP photo and setting, or maybe we can take a type DHP is not undefined. And also we need to, now I'm going to copy this DHP in the feature photo function DHP photo in the formatter. So I think it should be come from it should be a formatter. Yeah, it should be a formatter. And type DHP formatter is a not undefined. And then we can call to a function by apply in window DHP folder. Let me copy this function into our main.js and format the, where is the formatter data? Formatter data, it should be come from in DHP formatter right here. Okay, let's format the, okay, formatter. So when we render this, now I'm going to show you in a model, and now I'm going to make a new global setting for AO DIP setting formatter. It should be an array. Alright, and when we come this, and we can make change in our right here. I'm sorry. So now we can call this by global and DHP setting. for example, in here we have a data, and now I'm going to Drupal add say here. Now DHP setting formatter, it should be an array equal. I'm going to put it equal should be a new formatter. I think we can generate a new ID right here for n delta item, and here DHP formatter, and now I'm going to key for example. Okay, HTML ID equal Drupal Drupal HTML ID, and when default it should be a DHP photo formatter, and let's change to the dash DHP formatter. And now I'm going to use a key with the key, for example, in the HTML ID. Let's see. Okay, so it should be an array ID. Okay, so now for example, now it should an array. So item search data, and finally we can call this by 2k and break up to this. We can Drupal add Zayas. It should be a key and model. Now take a look at in our Drupal add Zayas. Let's copy this and to make sure. And DH photo is a key of model. It's the name of model. And now I'm not going to use with that. I'm going to formatter. Yeah, it's formatter with a Drupal DHP setting formatter. Now I'm saving this, and now we should have key formatter. Let's copy it, and I'm going to refresh it. We should see now say yes, and refresh this, and now we should see a formatter, and have a key DHP formatter, and we have a two item in array, so 115 and 116. Yeah, it's just a name of ID of two album in our wizard, our formatter. Now I think we can do much better by reload and prefix 3 photo as album, and we can keep fresh the album like this data, and okay, yeah, so we got like this. I think we are not going to use a HTML ID. I think we can use an object by this data. It should be, I'm sorry, it should be new object. It should be an array of. Let's take a look at wizard and how we can handle it. It should be an array of album results. Let's see. Okay, so it should be an array. So an array of, we have an ID equal HTML ID, and we have an album. It should be now item data. Now in next time we need to reflect this later. Okay. Now get back to our React app. Now in React app we have a just hello world. And now I'm going to go into formatter and formatter, and we can do in formatter. Now we need to apply in formatter as with some prefix data for example. Now we can do it by album equal album. Now we should see have something like this, album dot album. I already we have album, so we can change item, and so item dot album and item dot id, and so keep it clear. Okay, now in our formatter, now I'm going to make some console log course album equals z.prop. This is a basic prop and state in our course. Now I'm going to make a console log album. Okay, now let's refresh. So we have an album. Album with one album and three photo. In our main keys of we have to list the album title and the total of photo in album. This can be, we can refer to our data, and we have a count data. For example, in our data, I think we can make this better by, we have a photo and album, we have a to count, can be like this, 30 photo count, or maybe can total, okay, count, I think count is better, count. And now let's see in our I'm sorry, we have a name of album account. Let's get back to the requirement. And we have a title of the album, and we have a to design is in showing this. Now I'm going to create a new list, and in our formatter we have to. Now I'm going to import stylet from stylet component. I recommend use stylet component in React. It's really powerful. Now remember, we can change it to container. And so for example, now course container equal stylet and div, we can div tag. And now we can include and add seed as shark coding slide. That's really powerful, and I recommend to do that. And we have a first thing, name album title, and div class name equal dhp photo and album title. So we can keep class more clear, and album title. And now I'm going to print out this by album course album. It's just a list of album, so we have to map everything into album. So now I'm going to create a new different component. Okay, so I'm going to do this. For example, now we can do this by map. It should be, remember, album is an array, so we have to map just map and key of array. Now we have to return div, div, and we have class name album photo album, sorry about that, but and we have a title, album title. And we can do it by album dot title. And remember, in React we have a map, so we have to add a key. This is very important, and if you don't add it, it should be warning you how to add it. Now we should see inside our hello component we have album 1, and so it look good. Now it's done, and now we need to show the count. uh, in I'm using ndesign uh, React. So it should have a component equal. We can do handle by ourselves, but in our in my project, I'm using this as a UI component. So it's very important. I have to use this. Should be a tag or something. Back. I think it's a back. Well, yeah, it's back like this. Now I'm going to see it. It's a back count, and we have to import back. Now I have a back, and we have to import from undesign. Yeah, it's undesign. And now see how it changed. Yeah, we have words and size be color. I think it will be color. Should be color. So let's see that. Why it didn't change? Cal and color. Sheet number 4, background color. I'm going to copy. This is what it needs. Yeah. So it should be album.cal. Okay, so we got this 30. And now is another thing. We need to display a photo in album. Now, so we have a grid. Now I'm going to show you a very important key in our React component. And inside it, I recommend create a new different component. For example, we create a new component. It's a album album list, and formatter album.js. Okay, so the name of file.js, and now I'm going to import React from React, and I import default class formatter album 10 users. So it's a boiler. So we have to do this. So render, and we return. So we don't need key right here. An album title. Album can become from our prop equals z.prop. Yeah. So it should come to prop. And now let's import default class album. And inside this, now we can return this. Return album. Now it should be automatically imported by idea. It's a really cool thing. Album, we can pass in prop album. It should be an album from the loop, and we have an as key equal key. Okay, and now we're going to remove this. So it should be the same thing. No, nothing changed. Same. And now we need to fetch about three photo inside it. Now I'm going to create a new different component class equal should be photo. Yeah. So in album photo, in our requirement, we have a 3. The first is bigger, and 3 is a thumbnail. And so let me think about it, how to design it. So I'm going to make this video, but I have not prepared it's good enough, so I hope you can understand. And now in first thing, in the first photo is lag and two column. I think we have a two column, the first column and three column. Okay, so now I'm going to div last name is go and boom photo, for example, lags photo, lag photo, and another class equal div class name equal thumbnail thumbnail photo. So I think I recommend to add this so we can class in not to be conflict with other Drupal class name. So yeah. Alright, I'm sorry. So inside it we have to getting a first image. For image we are going to get first. I'm going to use a loadout function, import underscore from loadout. Yeah, we have first image. So it costs lags image equal get album, and so photo. Now let's see in our key we have an album and photo, and the first image is the first thing it to become to album cover image, so we get first one, and so get first one is a 0, and we need to get exactly it should be a preview image. I think we can use a preview, and the next time I think we can setting some image size from Drupal setting field in, but it should be in another video. For now I'm going to get a preview. It should be a link to our Drupal file, and first one, and default we can treat default value is a null, nothing. Right, so now and so it should become to lax image. Now I think we can do this by we can check an image. Okay, but now if lacks image, and we can return it, and otherwise we return none, and we can grab this in our bracket. Right. And now inside here I'm going to display two image, and we can go into use a map. Right, so get album photo, it should be a second and two. So we only get two image. Cross thumbnail, I'm going to make it into an array. It should be less because we're going to modify this for from 1, and it should be to album.photo.slang. Yeah, we need to make sure if is thumbnail equal if album.slang equal greater than 1. We do this. And even if it has only one image, so we only display a lax image, and now we don't need to so thumbnail equal put uh, album dot photo dot index. Okay, so it's cool. And now we are going to use the thumbnail.map function, item and index. Now we can return div class name equal dp photo thumbnail, right? Photo thumbnail and thumbnail item. Yeah, just keep class name like that. And we can grab this into our brackets, and should be have the image. Now should be an item dot item dot preview Lax image. Yeah, it's the preview. Enter. It should be item dot title. It should be image title. Should be a photo title. And his same thing right here. We have an enter tag. Should be a alright. Lax. I think we can change photo one. Lax. First photo. And show first photo dot preview. And enter with first photo dot title. Okay. Is Lax image no. Change to first photo. Now let's see. In React, let we see something. Oh, seems no, it's wrong. Yeah, thumbnail. Okay, let's now I'm going to make a debug right here, console logs, and boom. Let's see what happened. Yeah, we have and boom. Title and photo. Oh, sorry. It should be a file. We have set the wrong property. Should be a file, and it should be album.file. So now I'm going to use loadout function, and to make sure it's not getting an error by first photo file dot preview, and default nothing. Okay, so it's same thing right here. Now I'm going to loadout function to get it, get item dot file dot preview. Default none. I think default no. Yeah, so default it should no. Okay, let's wait for refresh. Yeah, so it should work. Alright. So we have a why we have only one now, and thumbnail what? How about thumbnail? And I don't see thumbnail, so it may be photo and three, but photo gets photo. I'll make one to album photo dot slang album photo dot yeah. Now I think it's a method photo dot slang. Yeah, so now we have a 3 image. The first image, oh, it's too lag. I'm sorry. Okay, so now We have make a sample style. In our design, we have I think it can become to a thumbnail image. It's a thumbnail image. It's not sure about. So I'm going to style it first. For taking a DSP photo and cost and show container and import stylet from style component and cost container equal stylet dot div, and we have container, and now it should be a photo, and we're going to style and children. It should be look like a shark coding style, and display flick and flex duration. I think this should display in same column, and in a DHP lag photo, DHP photo lag photo, it should be flex row, no, one. And now we have another is thumbnail. We set fix for this. Sorry. Width equal about, I think it's about 200 pixels, and height. Okay, now we're not going to height. And thumbnail item, it should be display flick as well. And inside a thumbnail, it should be display in raw flex duration is raw. Okay, now let's see how it change. So I think we have to add image mark width 100. Same thing right here. 100%. Now let's see. Okay. Now let's check in the photo flex column. I think it should be flex row. Yeah, it should be row. It comes in from row. It's flex equal row and column. Yeah, so we got it. An image. To now and an about image. Okay, this is here the job. Right, so and in our, yeah, I think that's cool. And we have some border and padding. Image a photo. Yeah, so width equal 100 and height equal auto. Yeah, so one, two, to with equal something like this. Now let's see. Okay, so let's keep is a high order. Okay, so we have a 1 and 2 first image, and I think we have to mark high go 200, something like that. Mark high equal 200, mark width. It's the same thing for this photo, and 200. Okay. So you see that this part is the one of hardest part, so we have to keep the image crop and properly. So I think in Drupal image style we have to crop image and correctly, but for now let's keep is. Now I'm going to set a fixed container for style equal container album. It can be marked with for example it's about 900 pixels and margin. Now we should see it much better in the center. So this is how it works. And I think we can need set the mark high right equal one about 40 pixels like that. Yeah, and the same thing inside it, because you know the image I upload is too high. So in the Drupal we can setting an image style, and we can crop the image, and we can use a display in a thumbnail better. We can crop, but for now, so I'm going to fix it by yeah, width height equal 100 200. Oh, sorry, 200, thing like that. And we have an overflow hiding. Yeah, so we have just two image, one main image and two image right here. Mark height 2. Okay, so it's 200. Oh, I'm sorry. So this is how formatter. Now I will show you how to integrate this into. So we may need to remove this, and now let me show you how to integrate a React application into our Drupal. Now, so this file. Okay, so look good, and we can handle later for function to handle click hit on this and view more. Okay, now I'm going to run this and open it in new tab, and make sure you change to this React dev and change it, and npm runs build code this or not this. Okay, So before we change this into production, I have to change this. We have to change config for user file and production. It become 2, but on my machine it's the same with the local host, and so I don't want to change it at the moment because I have to do it later. And so now I'm going to npm run build. Now React application will be built and it should be inside this build. And I have a custom command for build in package.json. And after we run React build, we can remove the current in Drupal our Drupal static file. Now you should see nothing right here. It should be, and then it is copied from build static of the React application and copied it into our Drupal static. And once one problem we have to manually to change it. I will show you in couple minutes. It's called React application. It's something. It creating new build version. Okay, so it's look done. Now in our static file, it's now the ID of the file is changed. It changed, and add file is made change. So we have to manually to rename it. Now let's take a look at index file. No, it should be inside build file, index file. And we have to manually copy this. The first thing, we need to copy the CSS file into our module file. And where is the function we call to attack our CSS file? So now I'm going to copy. The first one is the CSS. Now let's rename this. Okay, so it's same. It's nothing changed because the CSS file we haven't modified it. And the next thing in JS, let's copy first JS file. Copy that and go into the first line of Drupal. Font file. It seems doesn't change, and this file it may change. Now let's see. It's changed. The file is changed, and another file we need to copy. Okay, so the main file is our main file, so we don't change it, so let's keep it. Now in Drupal, and I'm going to refresh it. Right, it's work in the wizard, but now let's take a look in the filter in formatter. It doesn't work because we don't have any formats because we need to the first thing we need to add the Zool library. So I do think we have to I'm sorry, we have to copy that in the formatter. I think we need to solve problem with function and DHP folder get library and should be return library. Now so instead we have this. So now I'm going to remove this library equal get library, and now should work the same. Okay, so let's copy that into our formatter, and this formatter view, and it's one comes in library, and we do have attach this into attach. Okay, so I'm going to copy attach should be JS. Copy it real quick. JS and library, and we do have to change should be an array and have an ID. So should be come from HTML ID. Okay, so let's see HTML Drupal and formatter. PHP formatter. Okay, let's save that. And now let's refresh. I think it does. I'm sorry. Yeah, map not function because let's see. I'm sorry. Let's open that and let's see in our DP photo and formatter. And so DP formatter. This key. The one problem is because we haven't fetched the photo and image. So now I'm going to copy prefetch photo and boom ID and reverse setting. Into our formatter. The photo array with that equal. Yeah, so we have a value equal. So value equal. So item dot data. Change it. Let's see our formatter. So we have a new query. Inside this, I think we have to modify inside this. And boom, setting. PHP photo. And so we have a resource. And boom, read that. So we have DP formatter and DHP formatter. And we can go into copy DHP photo. So data now become to album results. Yeah. Now let's see. Formatter. Yeah. So it looks good. It has another my first album, another album. Now let's see in the console. Let's see what happened. Okay, so it looks good, and now I'm going to see in our React, in our CLF. Yeah, so we got a formatter with ID and DHP formatter and album. So it looks cool, and now it's next attack we can. Now I'm going to change and add another model and album. Now see another rest album. Okay, something. And now upload new thing. And another image, please. Yeah, but 3 album. Oh, yeah, set upload error. I will delete it. Another. Yeah, so maybe this. Okay, now I'm going to save that, and we can see in file could not be saved. Alright, so what happened? It should alright, so it should be cast. So look, so far so good. We have a render in the React app with first album and another album and another REST album. In the next video, I'm going to integrate to click more view album and can be a show in slide. So see you next time. Bye for now.